Hello, I'm Debbie and welcome to Divine Destiny with Debbie. Today we're doing the long readings for Libra season. So look at this as more of the chapters, where the short readings are more of the pages. Now, we're doing Libra season, and that will be whatever your sign is in Libra season. I would also suggest that you look up your your rising, ascending, your Venus, your moon, and, take a look at those to see how they may be affecting you also. But this will be a long reading, and so I will be using a bunch of cards. Now, I use my, three of these decks will be Radley Valentine. Here is my Angel Tarot cards, which I will use for the main reading. I will then go to John Holland's Psychic Tarot and Oracle cards to kind of get clarification. I then go to my Osha Zen Tarot cards for some extra words of advice. We circle back to Radley Valentine Archangel Power Tarot cards. I'll do 3 also with those. Guardian Angel Tarot cards, will pull 1. And then I will finish up with my Emily Anderson Crystal deck. Now, I have prayed, meditated, and infused all the decks with Reiki energy, but remember, this is a general reading. It may or may not resonate. Take what you like, leave the rest. All right, now I'm an intuitive channeler. That means that I open myself to higher power, and I ask just basically whatever you need to hear, let that come through. And hopefully it does resonate with you. Any cards that are reversed have stronger energies. Also, to make sure that you write down the numbers. Numbers are very important, and there's ways to look that up on the internet. You can put it in a search browser, the numbers. You can put angel numbers behind it. There's just ways to look those things up. Also, too, when I mention higher power, that's whoever that is to you. That could be your guardian angel, your spirit guides, your voice of the universe, your divine, your source, whoever that is to you. Okay? Okay. So, first, before we start, again, let me go through my little listing. And there's a lot of stuff going on right now in Libra season. Now, I'm going to be reading this. And, and I also will post this on my blog with, just with this and with the websites too. And then I will put a link to YouTube, Facebook, Instagram, Pinterest, and Twitter. Okay. So we enter Libra season with 3 planets going direct. Mercury, which is in Libra right now. Remember, the shadow of retrograde has begun on the 13th. Also, Venus, which is in Scorpio, and Mars, which is in Libra. Now, we are in Libra season. Libra season is about justice and balance. Remember that, with Mars and Libra don't necessarily go along quite well. So Mars could be pushing Libra outside of Libra's boundaries. Libra could be, be talking Mars' ears off and kind of saying, no, you have to balance things more and more. Libra season is about restoring and finding balance and justice. But there's a lot of air energy again throughout Libra season. We finished up a Virgo season. Libra had a really strong mark there. The air energy was very, very strong. Now we have 5 planets retrograde. We have Jupiter in Aquarius. However, it goes direct October 18th at 1:30 a.m. All the times are Eastern Standard Time. We have Saturn in Aquarius, which is again going direct October 10th at 10:17. Neptune, which is in Pisces, that will be going direct. That will be retrograde. Pluto in Capricorn goes direct on October 7th, 2029 p.m. And Uranus in Taurus will stay retro. Now, Mercury in Libra, we talked about, that we were in the shadow of the retrograde because it's usually 2 weeks before, 2 weeks after. It does go retrograde September 27th at 1:10 a.m. It is in Libra. It will stay retrograde until October 18th at 11:17 a.m. when it goes back direct. Now, there is some things going on, Pluto, which is in Capricorn. There's something a little bit odd going on with that. I need to do some more research. But Pluto is a very slow moving planet. Pluto has a lot of, tear down to build up type of energy. Now, in the early springs, or that would be in the northern hemisphere, or actually would still be in the winter time, February 19th, 2022. I read somewhere, and again, I need to look this up more so, but I think we need to be aware of it, that this will be in, let me see if I can phrase this correctly. This will be in the place that it was for the United States back in 1775. So now, if you know anything about America's history, the United States history, you'll know we were going into, or we were getting ready for what was called, or what is called, the Revolutionary War. So that in itself, I want you to just be kind of aware of that. I know this has nothing to do with Libra season, but as I do my research, this popped up, and I think we need to know about it. All right, now, we're going to kind of go quickly through Libra season just because I'm going to reference you to another website, and again, it'll be, I'll put that in my blog. But let's go through the dates. September 22nd, the sun enters Libra, which is an air sign, at 3:21 p.m. Again, all of these are Eastern Standard Time. Now, the autumn equinox starts also at 3:22. That's if you're in the northern hemisphere. If you're in the southern hemisphere, it would be your spring equinox. This is where day and night, light and dark, balance each other. So it's supposed to be where there's a certain point where there will be 12 hours of light and 12 hours of darkness. It also is a time, because we will be going into what is, towards the end, and this is in Scorpio season. We'll go into All Hallows Eve, Halloween. This is where we're entering a time where the veil, at least, the veil is getting thinner and thinner, and that is between what I call the supernatural and the natural, or the physical and the metaphysical. Now, let's go ahead, put these out here, and let's pull a couple of cards to see what we need to know about Libra season. And this is my Rider Tarot cards. These are the traditional tarot cards. So let's see what we have as an overview. Okay, now, this is a 15, so now we know that there's 5 energy here. 5 energy has a lot of change energy here. This is traditionally the devil, because it says the devil. The thing that I want you to remember is this is, a lot of times, this is either running away from your fears or facing your fears. Okay, so Libra season could be one of those times that you either confront your fears or you just don't, you have your head buried in the sand. So take a look at this, so here we have the devil, very scary, very ominous. The star is off-centered, or the pentagram is off-centered, so that does bring kind of an evil energy to this. And, basically not necessarily a nice type of energy. But then you have the two, the male, the female. And with that is that they are in chains. They are bound. The thing, though, if you ever look at it, is the chains are loose. So they can slip their chains if they choose to. But again, these are choices. So again, this has a lot of confronting your fears, also possibly just not dealing with your fears, running away type of energy. When I get this, when I see this, this is, to me, a lot of things are going to happen where you're going to have to confront some unpleasant information, unpleasant choices, and just unpleasantness. But you have to confront it, otherwise you will let fear rule you. And remember what I'm always saying. I am always saying this, and again, this is a good saying, so take this for however your spirituality leads you. Fear is the tool of the devil. Okay? That's how the devil keeps the people entrapped. So this is, again, choices, and Libra, Libra season has a lot of weird stuff going on that will be, bringing things to the head. Okay, let's go on to our next card. Now, this one is reversed, and here we go. This is a major arcana. This is also a major arcana, and this is a number 1. 1 is, new beginnings, new starts. This is the Magician, and if you notice, they have the same hand gestures in many ways. How and this is basically as above, as below type of energy here. But this one, while this one is a little bit more, not quite as, committed, this one is very strong energy here. This one is saying things can happen. But again, it's within it's what you can actually manifest. Now, let's go on here. And this is wonderful. So now we have a 1-5, we have a 1, and now we have a 10. This is the 10 of Cups. Cups is water energy. Water energy is Cancer, Scorpio, and Pisces. We just, we're about to enter into Scorpio season after Libra. We just had that, right now Venus is in Scorpio, and we just had, when this reading is beginning, we will have just, and I mean just, because I think the full moon in Pisces is the 20th or the 21st of September. So we will still have that Pisces energy. Now, the 10 of Cups is happiness, is very much, happy home, happy feelings, just things happening for the better. Okay, so, but again, it all comes back to, do you face your fears or do you let your fears rule you? All right, so now that's what we have for the 22nd, and that's when Libra energy begins, Libra season. Now we go to the 23rd, that's September, and Venus in Scorpio. Okay, now that's an interesting, there's a lot of intensity with Venus in Scorpio right now with relationships. However, they are opposing, so that energy opposes Uranus in Taurus, and that'll be about 5:40 a.m. the morning of. And, Uranus and Taurus is always about, expect the unexpected, especially, that's more with Uranus, but Taurus is in your reality. So expect the unexpected in your reality. So there could be some very interesting relationships that, there could be those, those truths that you thought were true and now you find out the real truth. There's going to be something with your relationship at that time. Now, we're going to go then to, and this is where I just said, this is weird relationship energies. And this is going to start around the 29th and 30th of September. Because there's major energies going on with Libra, Saturn, Scorpio, Neptune, and Jupiter. And then even in October 2nd, Venus, Scorpio with Pluto. And Pluto again has that destruction, or has, things have to end in order for them to begin energy. So there's going to be some weird relationships around that end of the month, end of September, beginning of October. And I'm going to pull 2 cards for that, because relationships, it takes 2 to tango. Let's see what we have here. And we're going to just do the 2 cards, 1 and 2. The Lovers. So yes, all about the relationships. And the relationships can be work, job, career, personal, intimate, interpersonal, family, or home. I'm going to kind of say, that this is going to be more, I don't like doing this. This is going to be more the intimate, romantic, or personal. So let's go to this next card. Justice. Justice within the relationship. Now remember, Libra is all about justice and balance. So, now, if you notice, I also have these little, like Y's and N's. And basically, if somebody asks me a yes-no question, I pull this card. Well, the answer is pretty much a no. This one would be a yes. So here we have a maybe, but here we have a yes. So we have 6. 6 is the number of man. It's what you put into the relationships. So if you're putting garbage in, you get garbage out. If you're unfaithful, don't expect the relationship to or if one of the parties is unfaithful and, and it's known, well, even if it's not known, don't expect it to last. Justice will occur. If it's a very true and, and very faithful, justice then says yes. Now, This is again, so this is a 6 and this is an 11. Again, we have that 1-1 energy going back to that. 1 plus 1 equals 2. 2 is choices, decisions, relationships also. Okay, so now we have that going on, and that's going to be the weird relationship energies. Now, I'm going to reference this. It's the www.the-astrologer.net. I've referenced them a couple of times, and I like to, when I do this, when I'm doing what I'm feeling needs to be looked at, this is one of the websites that I do go to. And this one will talk about how, so this is major energies from the 6th of October going forward. Now, we have October 6th is the new moon, and it will be in Libra, and that comes about 7:05 a.m. Okay, so now we've got some cards that just wanted to come out. Let's see what we have with this major energy. Now, the other thing that I want you to know is that 6 planets from October 6th onward, there will be 6 planets in what is called the masculine air signs. So I'm going to put out, whenever it's the air signs, because that is Aquarius, that's Libra, which is really, really heavy. It's also Gemini. I really didn't see any Gemini this time around, but this is where you need to speak it out. Keep your thoughts, your words positive, and speak it out. The new moon is a time of a new cycle. And remember, new moon to full moon is when you request. Full moon is your release, relinquish, and request. Full moon to new moon is when it gets smaller, so that is your waning moon, and that's when you get rid of things. Okay, so let's see what we have for this, this major energies from the 6th on. Okay, so here we have the Page of Cups. Again, this is reversed. Cups, again, we have discussed that. Now, the underlying energy of Cups, however, is our earth energy. That is our Virgo, our Capricorn. It is also our Taurus energy. Very solid, tangible, money, job, career, home type of energy. And we also have Pluto in Capricorn. So expect, and then that thing that we just came through with Uranus, even though that was back on the 23rd, expect some weird stuff going on with that too. So this is kind of a quizzical type of energy. This is kind of a, pages to me are optimistic. They're looking forward to whatever they have to look forward to. And this has kind of a questioning vibe to me at this time. It doesn't mean that that things aren't going to go forward in a positive way. In fact, the page believes everything will be positive but the page is also looking at things that, there's a fish in his cup. And the page is also looking at it as, what is this all about? So I feel like the page is going to be questioning. The Page of Cups will be questioning a lot of things that's going on in the world, in their world, and, and making some reevaluations. Now, we have these cards that wanted to come out, so let's take them one at a time. The Queen of Pentacles. Now, the Pentacles is that earth energy again. Queen's underlying energy is water, cups. So you have kind of the reverse on this. So this one, where the water energy was fluid and emotional, this one, yes, fluid and emotional, but this is a woman of substance. This is a woman that goes after what she needs, but in that physical sense. Okay, it's not the Queen of the Queen of Rods or Wands, or the Queen of Swords, but she goes after the protection of her family. She goes after making things right for the ones that are entrusted to her. But she is also a woman of substance. So the new moon is also telling you, so be quizzical, be questioning, but at the same time, go after what it is you want. Make those wishes. Put them out there. Let's see, next card. So now we have another yes, no card, a maybe. This one has a lot of judgment energy. So what would that have been about? That would have been about October 6th. This is 20, which is 2 tens, and we talked about what 10s are. We've talked about what 2s are, judgment time type of energy here. So we've got some strong stuff happening in Libra. Now with judgment, there is also a new start, a new beginning, a new kind of like, and remember when I talk about Mercury retrograde, which have we gotten to there? Yes, yeah, we got to Mercury retrograde already. Mercury retrograde is a time of great karmic balancing happening. So if you've been putting out good karma, things will come back in the betterment. If so just really watch your words, your thoughts type of energy, and how you're feeling towards people. We don't want to have negative karma, because then it means that we've met everything and we can just go on and leave. But this is judgment. This is, being weighed, in some is where you weigh the heart against the feather, type of energy here. So we got some interesting stuff going on right now. Now, your last card here. Okay, and this is again that 10 energy. And this is 10 of Swords. Swords is Libra energy, Aquarius. It is also Gemini energy, thought processes, hearing news, words, strategic planning. It's done. Everything is done. So whatever it is that you've been being judged on, whatever this is all about, it's done. This is an ending to a phase, to a season, to it's just an ending. And then with that ending, you can see this person is done. No more. It's not you. It's not you. Okay. It's more or less like, this is a little overkill in some ways, but it's like, it's done. Let's move on. Okay. Let's go on now, and we will move on. So I told you that we have 6 planets in masculine air signs. Okay. Then we have a return of fire energy. So October 7th, Venus transitions into Sagittarius. Sagittarius is adventurous. So this might be, after all of the intensity of of Scorpio and all that we've talked about, Venus now goes into adventurous Sagittarius to try new things, to just kind of breathe again. Remember, fire energy is our wands, our rods, also fire. And that is our Sagittarius. It is our Aries. It is also our Leo energy. Passionate, burning, determined. So things will be happening. Let's just pull one card for October 7th to see what does it mean when Venus goes into Sagittarius. Let's go on here. So we have covered all of the energies. We've covered air, water, earth, and fire. So I won't be doing that in the longer readings. Let's see what we have. Okay, now this is again reversed. This is a 12, a 1, and a 2, or a 10 plus a 2. Interesting. This would give us a no, but this is the Hangman. And the Hangman, you can see he's also a holy man. You can see by the halo. So this is a Hangman. This is look at things from a different perspective. Look at your relationship from a different perspective. That's an interesting one for me, at least. I feel that I think that we all need to be a little bit receptive. We need to compromise maybe a little bit more. It's also possibly looking at the other person's point of view. It doesn't mean you have to agree with it, but it does go with possibly it's a good thing to listen to it at least. Now, I'm going to just jump ahead to October 20th. We will then have some more fire energy, and that is when we have the full moon in Aries at 10:56 a.m. And again, so now we have that balance where we have we haven't really had a lot of water. No, we have had water energy. We've had our earth energy. We've had air energy. And now we come back to our fire energy. So now Libra is coming back into that balance. Let's see what else we have. We're going to do 2 cards here and see for that full moon. The full moon, the Hierophant. Now, the Hierophant is the tradition, the traditionalist. This would be a lot of times with your government, with your church, but basically it's just following the rules. But again, we have a 5. 5 is all about change. So there could be some changes in our spiritual belief. There could be some changes where we either embrace the traditional or we say, maybe this is a little bit too much for us, and we need to step away from that. So that would be more around that full moon in Aries. And then our last card here, This is the Queen of Wands, and this is what I was mentioning before when we have the Queen of Pentacles. Wands, again, is our fire energy. This is embrace the full moon. Embrace the wondrous of it. You know, remember, passionate, burning, determined, fly high, fly high. There's a renewed optimism. Again, this could be the thing stable a little bit more in your natural world, or it could be that, you know, that the world opens up and as you break away from the traditional. And the Queen of Wands is just basically saying fly high. Okay, now we come then to the 23rd of October, and this is just right barely in the 23rd. Again, the times are Eastern, so some of this could be, you know, still on the 22nd, or it could be on, you know, it could be 23rd. I don't know. But this is at 51 minutes after midnight. The Libra season ends and Scorpio season begins. And this one is 4. 4 has stability. This is the 4 of Swords. Basically, rest. Take a time off. Breathe a little bit. Let things chill out a little bit. While we have these that are hanging on the wall, the swords hanging on the wall, we have one that's hidden. So there's still hidden secrets to come, hidden things to happen. And at the same time, even though this looks like some, you know, we go back to something's ended, this is, you know, I don't know, is he on top of a coffin? Is he on top of a, you know, is he one of those statuettes type of thing? I'm not sure. It just, basically, I'm getting the just rest, take it easy. You've got hidden information, and Scorpio is, you know, is about uncovering a lot of hidden information. So, wow. So again, too, there's a lot of things going on in Libra season, and there was even more. But I was like, no, we can't just go down that route. But as we do our small readings, our short readings, as I do them, I will try to get a little more information and put them in the introduction. Okay? Okay. Let's take a deep breath. A lot seems to be happening, and let's go on and start our long readings. Hello, my Cancers, and welcome to Libra season. It's going to be an intense season, but it doesn't mean that it's not going to be a good season. So let's see what we have going on for you. Okay, I think we've shuffled that enough. And that Judgment card, that I don't know, who is that for, my Cancers? It feels positive. It does feel like it's, but the Judgment card in the introduction, that was popping up. So is that possibly the karmic resolution? Karma is being resolved. Karma is balancing out. Could be. Nothing is reversed. And it's also a 20. And so, you know, just kind of thinking where that 20 might be falling. So let's go on. First card is the Knight of Water. So Knight's underlying energy is fire. We talked about what fire is. Water energy is your energy. Knights are directional. This is, I feel very invigorated with the Knight of Water for you. I feel like you've got new opportunities, new possibilities. Things are going are going the way that maybe you didn't even expect them to go. I feel like you need to be positive and just enjoy the flow. Go with the flow. Enjoy the moment. There could also, there's new possibilities, there's new jobs, there's new work, there's new relationships. There could also be meeting somebody and having some fun and laughing. I just feel like this is a time for you to just de-stress, let things go, and go with the flow. All right? So the Knight of Water, though, is emotional, romantic, enthusiastic, contemplative. Falling in love or wedding proposals, the need to balance emotions, an invitation to a social event. I feel like this is going to be kind of a, I feel like it's just, when I say it's intense like I did with Libra, it just means it's focused, it's emotionally engaging. It's, again, you're like going into a place that maybe you haven't been there for a while, and it just feels good. It just feels balanced. And I just feel like the water energy is just encompassing you and giving you a big hug. And I know that we don't have well, we did have that Pisces full moon. And so carry that, and you are the moon baby. You are the moon child. So that Pisces full moon, embrace that energy. All right. Next card, the star. The star. Now, we have a 17. So 1 and a 7, 1 new beginnings, 10's transitional, 7 is the divine umbrella, the divine guidance. So something's guiding your way. Also, add it together, becomes an 8. That is unlimited opportunities and possibilities. The star, Archangel Jophiel, make a wish, dreams come true, happiness. So this feels very much, and very much like karmic, because I talk about, karma with Mercury retrograde, universal karma. I'm kind of surprised we didn't get the Empress here, because I feel that there's a lot of bestowing on you, calming of you, a lot of love being given to you also at this time, my Cancer. So embrace it. Embrace whatever the universe, whatever higher power the source wants to give you. In fact, say, Lord God, I don't know who you are up there. I don't know, source, higher power, spirit guides, I don't know, but thank you. I accept all the positive energies, all the positive, whatever it is that you want to bestow upon me. Go ahead. Okay. So here we are. Happy times, make positive, optimistic, long-term plans. You're on the right path. The next card is the Ace of Water. So here's this beginning again. Aces, new start, ones, new start. So you have a 171. Definitely take a look at that. There is falling in love energy. There is, relationship energy. It's feeling good about yourself energy. So Libra season actually seems to bring balance. Now, again, too, there's a lot of very strong stuff going on, but it does seem like it's bringing, and I don't want to even say bringing balance. I feel like it's bringing new balance to you. Okay, falling in love or the resurgence of a relationship, spiritual growth and enhanced intuition, a new home. Let's go on now, my John Holland. Let's see if we can get some clarification. Definitely look those 171s up. I think that in itself, I think that those are going to be lovely numbers for you. Let's go on. And remember, nights, once they go, okay, you want to come out? Okay, sure. We'll let these two cards come out. We're going to cut for the third one here. Okay, I don't know what I was saying, but let's go on, and I don't know which one's going to be really wants to be first, so we're going to put this here. Okay, clarification. Discontentment and boredom. Okay, you are definitely ready for new adventures. You are definitely ready to start something. Now, that could be one of those relationships. Could be, job. Let's go with the job, right? It could also be a romantic relationship, but you're ready to move on. You're ready. And I do get this thing, you're ready. Now, 4s have organization, stability. It also has leadership energy. You're ready to take the reins of your life. You're ready to be the one. You're ready to be the director of you. Okay? I feel like you've been, my Cancers, you've been floating wherever, and I'm not going to say the winds, I'm going to say wherever the water took you. You've just been kind of like, just floating along, and it's like you're ready to take, you don't want that anymore. It's like you're ready to take charge again, or charge of your life. Here we go. Next card. The waiting game. So now we have a 2. 2, there is choices, possibilities. Let it happen. Don't try to rush it, because sometimes when you get into this boredom and discontentment, you want to make things happen. So the cards are basically telling you just chill, wait it out. Things are happening more than what you know. 2 has a lot of High Priestess energy, also has a lot of spiritual energy with it too. But the waiting game is that basically, here, the tree, but the roots have to grow. So there is just let things happen in that way they need to. Things are happening, my Cancers. Your next card is emotional withdrawal. Okay, so here we had this really positive everything. Emotional withdrawal, which is an 8, so we have a 4, 2, and 8. So 4 times 2 is 8. There might be something with that. 8 has unlimited opportunities and possibilities. So again, Take a step back. This is kind of saying that even though you're wanting to rush forward, the cards are kind of telling you, while while you have this, like, it's like you just want to get out there and just do and do and do. It's just kind of telling you things are happening. Just wait it out. Chill a little bit. Connect with your higher power. Connect with whoever that is for you. Again, there's a lot of this. I'm getting a lot of this connecting with your higher power, because I feel like your higher power has gotten you through so much. And now's just the time, more is coming for you, my Cancers. Very positive stuff is coming for you. Believe in that. Just let it happen. I kind of get that these are like let it happen type of energies. Let the universe take care of you for a change. Okay? For a change? I don't know. You let the universe take care of you. But let the universe take care of you, because there's more to come. How's that? Okay, let's go on and see what Osho Zen Tarot says for words of advice. Here we are. Okay, 1, 2, and 3. I think this is reversed. Let's see. This one. Oh, no, this is comparison. Okay, we have a 5. 5 is about change. 5 is about grace. This is like, looking at your life and saying, well, maybe I should have been here. Maybe I should have done this. Maybe I should have, maybe. Which, are you the sturdy oak? Are you the resilient bamboo, tree, or whatever this is? The thing about comparison is, comparison is basically, there's no comparison, okay? My Cancers, you are unique, and what you're trying to compare yourself against is something very standard. So embrace your uniqueness. Next card is, so this has to be, playfulness. Playfulness. Start enjoying your life, okay? Without any expectations, just start having more fun, okay? This is very, what else do we want to say? There's magic in playfulness. Here we go. Again, reversed. And then there's the Fool. This is the new beginning. So here we have a 5. We have a 0. 0 is God, universal source energy. The Fool is on his new adventure, believes anything is possible. So again, you've got a very spiritual, even though there's a lot of things happening, a lot of it is behind the scenes, things that are moving, that the universe and source is doing, that spirit is doing. And you need to kind of get out of your emotions a little bit. You have to kind of not necessarily, stop thinking, oh, I should have been here, I should have been there, my life plan, my life goal. Stop doing that. Live in the moment. Have some fun and enjoy your next steps. I love the Fool. Here he is about to just, and yet he's a dreamer. He believes. He has faith. He feels like somebody is going to catch him. He does not feel like he's not afraid. The Fool is not afraid. So let's go on now and get the Archangel Power Tarot cards for my Cancers. So yeah, there's interesting stuff here for you. 5 of Raphael. No use crying over spilled milk. Embrace the things that are happening. 5s again have that change energy. Remember the comparison. It was reversed. Raphael is your water energy. So you have a lot of water energy right now. Okay, we got some more things popping out for you. But this is basically things happen for a reason. You're where you're supposed to be at. And there looks like you probably will discover a part of that reason maybe during Libra season. Okay, so here we go. So all of your cards are actually, because this was reversed, so all your cards are reversed. So we talked about the 5 of Raphael. Everything happens for a reason. Release regret and embrace the opportunities for happiness. And you have all these opportunities coming for you. Search for the silver lining. So stop, thinking, stop saying, oh, maybe I should have done, again, there's like these things that kind of come into your mind, like, oh, I should have done this. No, you've done what you did. No going back. Move on. Embrace the chances. Embrace the opportunities for happiness, because it's coming. Things are happening. Now, we come up to, so the star was Archangel Jophiel, and here is Archangel Jophiel. So we have a 14. We've talked about 4s. We've talked about 1s and 10s here. Now, this talks about success that comes from objective compromise, self-control and patience, but it's also forgiving and healing energy. I feel like there's some things, my Cancers, you're holding on to. You need to let it go. And when that happens, everything kind of gels in place. It's kind of like, everything falls into place for you. 1 plus 4 is also a 5. So there's changes going on for you. Next card here, reversed. The 7 of Michael. So here we have that 7 energy again. We have Michael, which is sword air energy. That's our Libra, Aquarius, and it's Pisces. Things are happening. You may not necessarily feel it. You may feel kind of like you're at 6 and 7s, but things are happening. 7 is the divine umbrella. Things are happening. You're being guided to better places, to a better space, a better life. Okay? There is a better course of action available to you. Working alone may not be the best answer. So even though, emotional withdrawal, kind of that's meditation and connecting, you might, again, you need to be around some people again, but that's where that Knight of Water and that Ace of Water comes in. Review all the details. So you've got stuff happening, my Cancers. You have stuff that's in a positive manner happening. You just have to deal with just kind of the stuff that some of the old baggage that you've been carrying around. And, again, too, okay, and here we go. Okay. Now, so, a lot of this is, so use that Pisces energy from that Pisces full moon. And remember, as that moon gets smaller, as we go to that new moon, get rid of the emotional baggage. Forgiveness frees you. Okay? That's all. You don't have to hold on to that toxic energy anymore, whoever that is. And here it's interesting because reversed again, we have a 15. This goes back to the Devil card that we had in the beginning, the introduction, but this has a different slant to it. And again, we have that 5 energy going on. Choose freedom. Sometimes you may feel as though your way is blocked, but often that's just an illusion. Go back to that comparison. There's no comparison for you. You're wonderful. That is just an illusion. You could free yourself from the obstacles that you're so focused on by choosing a different path. Turn your thoughts away from negativity and instead envision endless other possibilities you might act upon. So remember those 8s. Remember, everything happens for a reason. Choose freedom. I love that for you. I love that. Don't be so afraid. Don't be afraid, my Cancers. You've got this one. And this has actually, there's a lot of grounding energy. There's a lot of coming into your own energy with Libra season. But again, too, what did I say in the introduction? There's also a lot of facing your fears in Libra season happening. So, but my Cancers, you're very strong, and cards just flew. Be right back. Oh, okay, and I picked up the wrong deck, but you know what? We will do this. I was supposed to pick up my Emily Anderson crystal deck. We have another 8, traveling. The path may not be clear to you, but look at what you're going, and it may be clouded, but you're headed towards the sun. And your next card, connect with your creator. Connect with your higher power. Okay, now we're going to go with, there's a lot of spirituality going on for you this month. A lot of seeing your truths, seeing who you are, coming to an acceptance of a lot of the things. And then from that, what did we have here? From that, you can grow. From that, you can start growing. There's been some things that have happened that have stopped your growth. Now it's time for you to clean out the weeds, clean out a lot of stuff, and start growing again. And remember, the Knights and the Aces, there's going to be new stuff happening. And remember the Star. Okay, what crystal or energy for my Cancers? Here we go. Jet. I love Jet. Absorbs negativity, grounding, financial balance. It also heals grief. A lot of stuff for you, my Cancers, but yet I know that people would love me to just say, but this is really good. This is very freeing for you. It's like throwing off a lot of old baggage. It's coming to, it's really coming to a sense of love and acceptance of who you are. And when that happens, you don't know the people, and you want to attract, because I do feel some relationships changing and relationships coming to you, my Cancers, those romantic ones that I don't talk about. But when you come to the point of accepting and loving yourself more so again and being happy again, that, you then attract that. So this is going to be one of those months for you. Okay, now, my Cancers, remember the button. Like, share, subscribe, click on the bell notification. Please get my videos out. I appreciate you. As always, my Cancers, and this is really the most important thing, no matter what the world throws at us, always know that you are loved. Stay shining and be blessed. Bye-bye.